After a chaotic weekend filled with power outages across Connecticut, a brutal 4th of July heatwave, and a nasty little virus passed around for my 8-month-old son, we're finally back, and just in time. The countdown has officially begun. We're now sitting exactly 2 weeks away from the start of Patriots training camp. And yeah, I know, if we're using a little fuzzy math, tomorrow is technically 2 weeks out. But let's not split hairs. Today is done. It's over. What matters is that we're on the verge of something big. The first full glimpse at this new look Patriots roster. In just 14 days, we'll see the guys hit the field and start getting real answers. What do the new additions bring? Who's going to surprise us? And more importantly, can this team be competitive in year one of the Mike Vrabel era? Now, there's a lot to unpack, and today's episode is jammed with updates and speculation. That's hard to ignore. There's an intriguing situation developing around Terry McLaurin. There's also some unexpected buzz coming out of Vegas involving Max Crosby and how that could connect to New England. We'll dive into the dramatic roster turnover that has reshaped this team from top to bottom. And yeah, there are some very telling numbers about which teams have truly dominated the Super Bowl conversation over the last 8 seasons. And spoiler alert, the Patriots are still part of that rare group, even after the end of the Brady. Yeah, right. Let's start with the McLaurin situation, because this one might just shake up the wide receiver market and maybe even the Patriots' offseason plans. According to recent reports, the star wide receiver is officially unhappy with his current contract situation. He's now in the final year of his deal, set to make a base salary of $15.5 million. And look, for a guy who's been a consistent number one option on a team with, frankly, very shaky quarterback play, over the years, that's a number that feels criminally low. It's not just local whispers anymore. This thing's gone national. ESPN insiders are now picking up on the story, and it's clear. McLaurin wants a new deal and not just a bump. He's reportedly seeking a number north of $40 million annually. Now, whether or not he's worth that exact number is up for debate. But here's what's not. Terry McLaurin is an elite talent, and he's frustrated. And whenever that happens, teams around the league start circling. The question is, should the Patriots be one of them? That's where things get tricky. On one hand, New England has cap space to spend. On the other, McLaurin's about to turn 30. And that age milestone always makes front offices nervous, especially when you're asking for top-tier money. The Commanders, understandably, are hesitant. They've seen this movie before. Pay a star just as he starts to decline, and you're stuck with a contract that hurts you more than it helps. You also have to wonder if the Commanders' recent moves aren't a sign they're preparing for life without McLaurin. Bringing in Deebo Samuel, potentially pairing him with someone younger. There's a shift happening in that offense. And we've seen other teams pull the same move. Remember when everyone thought the Steelers were going to pair DK Metcalf with George Pickens? Didn't happen. So it wouldn't be shocking if McLaurin ultimately stays put. The more surprising scenario would be him landing in New England, unless, of course, the Patriots decide to go all in. If Elliott Wolf and Mike Vrabel look at this situation and say, this is our moment, let's give our rookie quarterback a top-tier weapon right now, then it becomes a real conversation. For now, though, it's more of a wait and see. The door's not closed, but don't hold your breath. Now, speaking of names you might not expect to hear in a Patriots context, Max Crosby has entered the conversation, but not because he's coming to Foxborough. Instead, he's been working out this offseason with Shaison, the former Jaguars edge rusher, who just signed a 1-year prove-it deal with the Patriots. It might not seem like a big deal at first glance, but there's something very interesting here. Shaison, who has yet to fully deliver on the potential he flashed coming out of LSU, is attacking this opportunity with intensity. He knows this is his last real shot to stick in the league, and who better to learn from than one of the most relentless and versatile pass rushers in the NFL. What's more, this might signal how the Patriots plan to use Shaison in their scheme. He's not expected to be an every down player, but as a situational rusher, especially on third downs, he could be a real asset. Think of him as that extra gear. A speed rusher who can line up opposite Keon White, with Harold Landry potentially sliding back into a more traditional outside linebacker role. Add in rookie Braden Swinson from LSU, and suddenly the edges start to look fast, deep, and flexible. And here's where the Crosby connection becomes valuable. While Crosby is more of a power-speed hybrid, Shaison leans into finesse, quickness, and technique. But learning from someone like Crosby, seeing his preparation, how he attacks linemen, how he conditions his body, could help unlock a version of Shaison we haven't seen yet. This is also part of a broader trend we've started to see in the league. Just like tight end university became a staple for offensive skill players, we're starting to see defensive linemen and edge rushers link up in the offseason to train together, share knowledge, and build community. That's good for the league. It's good for the players, and in Shaison's case, it could be great for the Patriots. But let's zoom out for a second and talk about what might be the most significant storyline of the offseason, the complete overhaul of this Patriots roster. If you look at the numbers, it's borderline staggering. As of now, just under 50% of the projected 53-man roster will be made up of new players. That's right. Nearly half of this team didn't wear a Patriots uniform last season. And when you extend that out to the full 90-man training camp roster, it becomes even more eye-opening. Only 47 of those players were with the team last year. That means more than half, 52% to be exact, are new faces. That kind of turnover is almost unheard of in the NFL, especially for a franchise that just a few years ago was the gold standard of stability. But it also tells you something important. Robert Kraft is done waiting. He looked at a 4-13 season and said, this isn't good enough. Not for this team, not for this fan base. And instead of doubling down on what wasn't working, he handed the keys to Elliott Wolf and Mike Vrabel and let them blow it up. That takes guts. But it also shows vision. Kraft doesn't want to rebuild slowly. He wants to compete. And this is how you do it. Reset the roster, invest in young talent, and build a foundation that can actually grow together. And that brings us to one last point, one that might offer some real hope for Patriots fans. If you look at the numbers from recent Super Bowl appearances, a pattern emerges. Since the 2017 season, only a handful of franchises have actually reached the big game. On the NFC side, it's been the Eagles 3 times, the 49ers twice, the Rams twice, and the Buccaneers once. That's it. 4 teams in 8 seasons. Over in the AFC, the list is even shorter. Only the Patriots, Chiefs, and Bengals have punched their ticket to the Super Bowl. Now, that's 3 teams accounting for 8 AFC titles. In a league that prides itself on parity, that's not a lot of variety. And that tells you something important. Despite the appearance of chaos and turnover, there's actually a formula. Build the right infrastructure, get the right quarterback on a rookie deal, and invest aggressively in surrounding pieces. That's how you compete in the salary cap era. And that's exactly what it looks like the Patriots are trying to do. They may not be ready to contend in 2025. That feels like a stretch. But by 2026, if things break right, if the draft picks hit, if the quarterback develops, and if Elliott Wolf keeps stacking smart decisions, then this team could absolutely be back in the mix. It might seem far away now, but in the NFL, 2 years can change everything. And speaking of change, it's not just about names on a depth chart or new jerseys on the field. This shift within the Patriots organization feels philosophical, foundational even. What Elliott Wolf and Mike Vrabel are doing is more than roster management. It's cultural restructuring. This isn't about patching holes with aging veterans or taking flyers on bargain deals. This is about setting a tone, building an identity, and laying the groundwork for sustained success in a league that eats teams alive when they try to stand still. That message has come through loud and clear with the volume of player movement, the prioritization of draft capital, and the emphasis on getting younger, faster, and more explosive. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are stirring in the NFL world, hinting at a blockbuster shakeup that could redefine the New England Patriots' offensive arsenal. Rumors have been buzzing about a lightning-fast trade that would bring wide receiver sensation DK Metcalf, together with rising star quarterback Drake May, freshly acquired from the Seattle Seahawks. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the mere possibility of this duo joining forces in New England has ignited excitement and speculation across the league. The Patriots have long been searching for a spark to rejuvenate their passing game, and adding Metcalf, a dynamic physical receiver known for his explosive plays, could be the missing piece. Coupled with MAYE, a promising young quarterback with a strong arm and impressive mobility, this potential pairing could mark a new chapter for New England's offense, one that blends youthful energy with raw talent. Sources close to the situation suggest the Seahawks moved quickly to finalize the trade, eager to adjust their roster strategy, while the Patriots saw an opportunity to strengthen their attack with a versatile receiving threat. Metcalf's ability to dominate contested catches and break tackles aligns perfectly with MAYE's aggressive downfield style, promising highlight reel moments if the rumors hold true. Though the deal is still in the rumor mill, Patriots fans are already envisioning how this duo could change the team's dynamics. MAYE, who has shown flashes of brilliance in limited action, could benefit immensely from having a weapon like Metcalf stretching defenses and creating mismatches. This combination could elevate New England's offense from a steady unit to a potential playoff contender capable of challenging the league's elite. Of course, questions remain. How will MAYE adapt to the Patriots system under Bill Belichick's demanding coaching? Can Metcalf maintain his production amid a new environment? And how quickly can they develop the chemistry essential to success in the NFL's fast-paced landscape? The coming weeks will be crucial for both players and fans alike, as everyone awaits official confirmation and watches closely for any further moves. For now, the NFL community is abuzz with talk of a revitalized Patriots attack. One, featuring the powerful connection between a young, talented quarterback and a dominant receiver. Whether this trade materializes or remains just a tantalizing rumor, it's clear that New England is eyeing bold moves to climb back into contention. The Patriots' offensive future may soon be brighter than ever, with Drake Maye and DK Metcalf at the heart of the storm. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.